Thank you guys for clicking on the video. I am Sully, and I just have to say, what a series we had against Washington. A 4-0 sweep, but now we bring it home a little bit closer to a real challenge. Now we face the New York Islanders, and this Islanders team was 1 point behind us for the President's Trophy, and they are the real deal. You look at their roster, just in their ability to their potential. They are really young, but they are really talented. You look at their defense. The oldest player is 27, two of them, Hamonic and Letty. So you look at that, their left D, 26, Dahan. I mean, these guys are very young. Their oldest player, I think they're both 30. Nielsen's 34, and then Halak is 32. But other than that, they are a team that's going to get better and better and better. They are so young. But right now, they do present a challenge because they have the skill to match us. If you look at their roster and then you go over to, I'm just pulling up our roster. They have the skill. I mean, in some ways too, they're better than us. You look at just on sheer abilities. We have some, we have some issues. I mean, in my opinion, I think our defense is pretty good. We're pretty locked in right there. Mason, I think we're great with. We're fine. But you look at that depth, those depth lines, and that's where it could be an issue. We're gonna need big games from Konechny. We're gonna need Nicholas to play really well for us. But that first line, Zucker, Giroux, and Voracek are going to have to be firing on all cylinders for us because this is a team that can match us offensively. And I think just looking at their roster, let's go back. Um, if you look at their lines, 3 and 4, I think their lines beat our lines at depth. I think defensively though, I would give us the nod. I would, and I would give us the nod in goaltending. The reason why I'd say I would give us the nod is because I think our defense is there for us. I think it's better, it's more developed, and it's more balanced, in my opinion. But no, nonetheless, this team, it's a toss up down the middle. You can go either way on how you want to give the edges to. I think offensively they're clicking. You look at us; we really had that first line carrying the load with Zucker, Giroux, and Voracek. But I think the Islanders have a better depth. Just looking pure roster and ability ratings, I would say New York. But I think goaltending and defense, I would give the nod to us, in my opinion. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter. Let's see how the team stacked. First game one. I'm not gonna make any line changes. I'm not gonna mess with that. I think we're okay where we are. Let's check how the teams break down league wise, where the rankings were. Pretty much, it's sort of weird. Our power play was better. They had goals against on the power play. They were a little bit better than us, but only 2 goals. So you see, they had 45, we had 47. Goals against, we are tied for first. I mean, these two teams are tied for first in goals against. This is going to be a crazy series, in my opinion. It's gonna be good. The power play right there, and then goals tied for first. Their offense wasn't as good as ours, but nonetheless, this series is going to be a drag, knockdown type of series. Let's get it underway. Enough talk about it. Game one, live. I think, are we home? We are home from Wells Fargo Arena. Let's sim the first period and see what happens. Let's see. Can we get on the board? We don't. Lee scores for the Islanders. They strike first. Let's see. We take a penalty. No damage there. We're still waiting. Oh, and we score. Couturier puts it on the board. And then as soon as I say talk about Couturier, Delzato, I think it was Delzato. Was it Delzato? Yeah, he puts Philadelphia on the board. So what I wanted to say about Couturier is his ability. I'll show you guys after this series, but after this season, we're going to have to face a critical decision on what to do with Couturier because ratings wise, he is better now officially, I think, than Giroux. which I would have to double. Actually, I can just show you guys right now. Where is he? Where is he? Couturier is a 5. Giroux is a 4.5. So that's yeah, I'll show you guys later at a later point. I'm not gonna change it for this season, but next season we have a decision to make, guys. Marcus Johansson takes a penalty. We kill it off. Here we are, halfway through the second period, waiting. Oh, and there we go. Oh, back to back, almost a mere seconds. Hamonic, and then from who scored? Oh, who scored? It was. Oh man, I'm gonna botch his name. Grunstrom? Ooh, I think it was Grunstrom. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry. But is he? He is Swedish. Okay, that's what I thought. Let's check his name real quick because I hate not being able to say Carl Grunstrom. Grunstrom. He gives them the lead. So now we're down by 1. We have to get a power play goal or something. Those 2 consecutive goals I didn't like. I thought Mason would. I thought we'd rebound after that second goal, but we didn't. So now we take a couple penalties towards the end. Will we tie it up? No, we won't. So we lose game 1, and so the penalty minutes were about even. No power play goals for either team. Oh man, that really hurts my soul. I think those back-to-back goals that we gave up immediately were our undoing. A mere 15 seconds. Travis Hamonic ties the game for them. And then Carl Grunstrom puts them up by 1, and then ever since then we couldn't finish. And I don't really I don't really know. I mean, we couldn't connect on the power play, which doesn't help us, but neither could the New York Islanders. So we lose that game. I mean, how often are we going to give up a goal 15 seconds apart from each other? I mean, that I don't know. Halak played well. So did Mason though. I mean, so did Mason. So here we are, game 2 coming up. I don't want to make any changes. I will say though, if the power play flops and we lose, I may change the power play. That's what I'm looking at. The PK now, I mean, you kill off one of the top offensive teams in the NHL. You really don't need to change too much in the PK. However, the power play, we need the power play to wake up. I mean, 0 for 5 or 0 for 4, regardless, you have to score at least once, especially in the playoffs, and even more so against a team of the Islanders' stature. You can't just throw away opportunities like that. So, but we're not going to panic just yet. I mean, even I think the Washington Capitals, in our series with them, they really, I think it was game 1. I think we won in overtime, and they sort of gave us some trouble, and then, we killed them the rest of the series. So who knows? Wells Fargo Center, game 2. Now we got to even up. The pressure's on. Let's not panic just yet, but let's watch carefully with a diligent eye here how the Flyers respond. Here we are, approaching midway through the first period. A power play to New York. PK answers the bell. Power play, what I talked about. We can't capitalize on the power play. You can see in the penalty box right here, if you're wondering. And Lawton scores. Even strength on Halak, Kulikov, and Simmons with the assist just to end the first period with, what is that, 28 seconds left? There we go. That's what I like to see. So let's continue. We're out shooting them 12-5. We're holding the offense back. And look at where their shots are. Just a couple in front of the net, but nice defense boxing them out. Power play. Yes, Voracek. We talked about the power play finally coming alive, and they did. And another one. Voracek. 2 goals for Voracek. Man, oh man. So, interestingly enough, I think it's this time we score in a matter of 4 minutes. It's not like, game 1. But again, we respond with consecutive goals, which last game, New York responded with consecutive goals, and it did us. And here we go, Lawton, 2 goals today for Lawton. Chips it in 4-0. But again, the consecutive goals, you saw what happened to us. Another one, Johansson scoring his first of the series. Couturier with the assist. But you see what happens, and here they're just coming in now. We respond so well, man. I love this team. Let's take a look at the special teams because I think they had something to do with this. We respond 6-0. Solid performance and 1-2-3 just like the periods. 1 goal in the first, 2 in the second, and 3 in the third. Let's check what happened. Lon had 2 goals. Voracek had 2 goals. Zucker 2 assists. So finally, that first line showing up at Lawton got the job done on the third line. 2 goals. We had a power play. I talked about the power play and look what happened. 3 of 5. I said if they weren't gonna click, we were gonna make changes. Man, so all the boxes checked off going into this game. I talked about we needed to score on the power play. We did that. I said we scored consecutive goals, which I mentioned during the game. That was sort of our undoing. Game 1 was that they scored 15 seconds. That pushed them ahead. We couldn't recover. But this time we scored 4 minutes apart, and that seemed to really get the ball rolling. And again, the big thing too, just on special teams, again, we give up 5 power plays or 5 penalties, excuse me, but we answer all 5 with the PK. This time we got 5 power plays and we answer with capitalizing on 3 of them. One may have been, I don't think it was an empty net, but Couturier, Seth Jones getting in there. The team is offensively stout and they finally click. So what a performance by the Philadelphia Flyers. Game 2, 6-0. Can you believe that? Man, we're getting, and the thing is, we're getting such a smooth blend of defense and offense and goaltending. But now we're on the road. We split the series at home, which is good. We salvaged game 2, which was important because if we went back to New York down 2-0 against, let's just check because I don't want to misspeak on who's on this roster. I don't know what the AI has done, but you have Tavares. Opozo is gone. He is in L.A., but Hosong, Perron, guys like that, and Ryan Johansson. They also have Ryan Johansson. You can't sleep on this team. They have a lot of Dowcole. I mean, they have this team can score, and they were tied. I think they were tied for 4th in the NHL for scoring during the regular season. So they're nothing to sneeze at, and they can turn up. So let's not get too confident. But again, game 2, you can't ask for a better performance. Now, game 3, we're back at New York. First time. Brooklyn, I think it is. That's where they're at, right? The Brooklyn Arena, I think so. This is it, the Barclay Arena. I think is it in Brooklyn? I don't even know where it's at, but I think the Barclay Arena. So here we go. Let's see how we answer on the road. We take a penalty. We take 2 penalties within the first 5 minutes. That's great, but we kill them both. New York's power play has been stagnant for the whole series. Let's wait and see. Shots are about even, but look where shots are from. Oh, Tavares finally scores, and there we go. I talked about boxing out their shots, but right in the high slot, and then from the face-off dot. But look at our shots too. We're getting in there. We're getting shots in great areas. We just can't score. And there we go. Here we are. We have who scored the rookie. I can't pronounce his name. I need to learn it. But he's a defenseman. He comes up that far. And then we score another one. Zucker finally gets his first goal of the series. I got to learn that guy's name. It kills me, that defenseman. We're up 2-1, so we respond great. Those consecutive goals. And then, wow, right off the get, Marcus Johansson scores to make it 3-1. So we get goals. And then there we go. Here comes New York Hosong with a goal. I don't know if it might be, I need to learn how to pronounce his name. And there, into the empty net, I forgot. Ferland, the depth score. So, 4-2, we take a 2-1 series lead. These names are, I apologize, guys. These names, I am not very good with names, to be honest. And I need to look into how to say these names. But Josh gets his second of the series. Ferland, Johansson, they chip in. Ferland's goal was empty net, but the big thing sort of was just they scored first. We tacked on 2. Then we tacked on the second goal in the second period. And then 2 minutes in, Johansson scores his 5th of the series. So, or it may be playoffs. No, it's definitely playoffs. Yeah. Yeah. Is it? No, it can't. No, I think it's this. No, it is the playoffs. All right, I was in my mind. I was sort of trying to think how they. I was trying to calculate like how many assists and if that's anyways. But we get the 2 consecutive goals in the second period, and then the first 3 minutes we respond getting another goal. So that was huge. I think having that lead and then initially at the third responding with the first goal in the third, that's big for us. I think that was big. So we win again, and it shows that wasn't a fluke. We're gonna get an updated look at the playoffs. LA is looking like they will move on, barring some outstanding drop off in play. They're beating Calgary, and that's the team that I was telling you guys about. They have Pozos on this team. Yep, here he is. Pearson, Wagner, Carter, and they have Stamkos. Stamkos signed with them. They have Gabrick. I mean, this team has the offense to do some damage, and they have Quick in net after all that. So LA can be making a serious cup run. Winnipeg, let's see how they're doing. Ironically, because I have taken control of Winnipeg on my Mac, and I wanted to see how they've done with things. All right, so I mean their defense is all right. I don't know why I would sort of bench Mark, but that's not up to me. So they're coming along. They're a good team up in the mix, and then we have Ottawa. Looks like it will close out Montreal, and it's a sad day for Montreal, but Ottawa has looked like that team. They were during the regular season. I think Ottawa was one of the teams that were in the running for the President's Trophy. And so Datsuk signed a 1 or 3 year deal, so he's continuing at 5 point. I thought it was a 1 year deal, but my apologies. Uh, it was actually a 3 year deal for 5.5. So not a bad contract. I mean, you're still paying Datsuk 5.5 mil, but not a bad contract for him. Alrighty, so here we are. We're gonna continue. We're up 2-1 the series. Time to see if we can really, push ahead and get a 3-1 series lead. We're still at the Barclays Center. We're hoping 3-1 series lead. Come on, Philadelphia. Let's take it back and close it out in front of our home fans. So here we are, a couple minutes in, no penalties to start the game, and we score first from Voracek, from Savard and Zucker. So here we are, 1-0 lead, and we're out shooting them 13-3. I think we can sense we have them back against the wall. And then Johansson tallies another one, the assist from Seth Jones. And then Simmons lights the lamp. He's been quiet this series, I think. I don't think he's scored a goal yet. I think he may have had some assists, but goal scoring I don't think he's had. So a penalty by the New York Islanders. They killed off. Shots are 23-6, and another goal. Simmons gets his second. And look at the shots. I mean, look at where the shots are coming from. We're really keeping them, even though we just gave up a goal. We're keeping them below the hash marks, while we're pounding it from all areas. We can get anywhere we want on the ice, but we're really limiting their shot selection. And the goalie, at least in theory, if this was real hockey, I would imagine these shots are shots that the goalie can see coming. Where you look at us, those shots below the hash marks. I mean, we're really getting in there. We're really shooting the puck low. We're getting shots right in front of the goalie, which if we can put away the trash, get another goal in the third, we could be looking at a series changing game. So here we are, even strength. We kill off both. 3 minutes left. We could be heading back, and we are, to Wells Fargo Center to play the Islanders and a chance to move on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Unbelievable job by this team. I mean, we lose game one. I just don't understand. I don't get it. This team, Seth Jones chips in with 3 assists. Finally, we've sort of been looking for him to really pay dividends. And now I think it's this series, because Seth Jones, the way, I mean, when I say this series, how the game keep tracks of goals and stuff, unless Seth Jones hasn't gotten a single assist. Oh no, it is playoffs. Okay, never mind. You know what? I'm just gonna stop talking about that, because I don't know what I'm talking about. But let's focus on the game. Uh, no goals in the third, I believe. Yeah, no goals in the third, but that 3-goal first period, Simmons, Johansson, Voracek. Those top two lines are really doing. They're really carrying us, and our defense is really shut down the Islanders, which I guess I said the nod was to our defense, but ironically I gave the nod to offense to the Islanders. And so Now for a chance to really close this out. And let's take a look at the updated look around the NHL and see who's doing what in the playoffs. So Ottawa is moving on, LA is moving on, and now we're just waiting for St. Louis and Winnipeg and us in New York. And then if we win, we are facing Ottawa in the Eastern Conference Finals. Here we are, Wells Fargo Center. Let's show everyone what we are about. This is it, a chance to shut the door, move on. Let's hope. Let's not give them anything, because if they win on the road, that's a big confidence booster. Here we are, first period underway from Wells Fargo Arena. We are waiting. So far, no one's broken the scoring sheet, but no penalties as well, which we will take that because we don't want to give New York a chance to get their power play going. So far, we've shut their power play down. So let's see if we can keep it that way. I honestly don't know if Oh, and there it is, Johansson. Ryan Johansson, I should say, scores for New York. Giroux answers back. But then we give up another goal. Another even strength. I think it was Josh scoring. Ties puts him up by one. But it's Ryan Johansson. That's I get so paranoid about the names. Hockey names are tough, man. I feel like they're tough because you're dealing with so many nationalities and things like that. But I'm trying to do my best, so bear with me, guys, with the names. Some of these names I need to learn. But Tavares scores, puts him up 3-1. This is why I said this is what I talked about. But we get another one right back. Morin, he cuts the deficit to 1 goal. Can we score late? We're on the PK. We kill it. Anything the last minute, we don't. So, ironically, as I was caught up in talking about all these names that I can't pronounce, now we lose 3-2, and the series is now at 3-2, ironically, the score and the series. So now we're going back to New York. We lose at home in front of the fans. Now, this is interesting. If we don't close it out, oh my gosh. I don't want to go back to Philadelphia for a Game 7. I really don't, because so far we have done an excellent job of shutting down this offensive-minded team of the New York Islanders. Come on. I don't want to go back to Philadelphia. Let's do it on the road. Convincing fashion so far. Shots 11-1, 12-2. We got to get something. Power play! Oh, man, that would have been a perfect chance when John Tavares is in the box. All right, first period. The shots are so far. I mean, it's only a matter of time. I don't know who's in net right now. I think it's Halak. Halak is in net. He can only stand on his head for so long. Come on. Keep peppering him. Don't let your foot off the gas. Power play. We can't score. Our power play. We were amazing, PK. There we go, PK response. PK's been solid all series. All right, so we're deadlocked going into the third. And the shots are 28-16. I really don't want to go back to Philadelphia. I really don't. Come on, back-to-back President's Trophy. Back-to-back Stanley Cup runs on the line. PK, answer. Come on. No, there it is, Johansson. Can we tie it up, though? No, come on. Yes, we tie it up. Who tied it? Zucker. Oh my, with 5 seconds left. Are you serious? Wow, with 5 seconds left? Who is this kid? Anders Lee? Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my gosh. I do not. Oh my gosh. I thought we had it. I thought we were out shooting them so badly in the first 2 periods. We only had 2 power plays, but the shots in the first were like 20. It was like 22-6 or something. It was, oh man, it was so bad. Now they have forced a Game 7. Winnipeg and St. Louis is at Game 7. Okay, Wells Fargo Center. Oh man, oh man. Okay, guys, Whatever happened to that 6 goal blowout? Come on, we've held them in check offensively. I mean, 2-1, 3-2 games. Our offense has just gone a little bit stagnant for us the past 2 games, but we are getting the shots. I know this is it. Game 7, man. Oh, I feel so much work has gone into this. We have back-to-back Presidents trophies. We've won a Stanley Cup, but now we're trying to repeat as Stanley Cup champs, and it's come down to Game 7 against the Islanders, 1 point behind us for this year's Presidents Trophy. They have climbed back from 3-1 to make it 3-3. Our backs are against the wall, but I can hear the crowd in my ear. I can hear Wells Fargo. They're cheering us on. They don't want the season to end. Come on. They got. Whew, oh man, I'm not even gonna say it. They're not gonna pull a Boston and start selling next round tickets on sale or playoff tickets before they've even clinched. This is all that matters. Wells Fargo Arena, Game 7. Please, Philadelphia. Please, 2 years of hard work, even more than 2 years leading up to this point. So many penalties. We kill them all. Come on. 4-2 in shots. Game 7. Please. Okay. Okay. We're on a power play with 1:45 left to start the second. Please get us a goal. I really don't want this to end. Please, come on. Let's sim. Back to back power plays. Are you serious right now? Another power play. Come on. Oh my gosh. We had. Oh, there we go. We tied it. We tied it. We tied it. Who tied it? Oh, we get the lead, Giroux. Who tied it? Zucker. No, they tied it again. Here it comes. Josh ties it. No, and they take the lead. What happened to all these penalties? It's. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't want to sim. I don't want to sim. I don't want to push that button. Look at these penalty minutes. We're out shooting them 2-1 almost. Oh my gosh. 0 for 6 on the power play. I don't want to sim this. If we can't score 1 goal in the third, come on. We have a power play again to start the period. Oh my gosh. 2 5-on-3. Are you? I'm so done. And they score. That's it. A 5-on-3. No. Okay, come on, Giroux. We can get one more. Please. No! Oh my gosh, are you serious? Wow. Wow, dude. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm honestly really saddened by this. I can't believe. Wow. What happened? We were 8 for 1 on the power play. Wow, we lose 4-3 and that's it. The Philadelphia Flyers lose to the New York Islanders. What happened? There was a fight 2 minutes in. Hooking. We took the lead. Josh scored. Tavares on the power play unassisted. And then penalties galore. And then Brock scores his first. And then Giroux got it late. Wow. 1 for 8, man. We had at least 2 5-on-3s. We had at least 2 5-on-3s. That really sucks. That really sucks. Man. Well, let's see what happens. Let's just sit back and watch what New York does now after beating us and see what happens. They're up 2-0 against Ottawa. Man, I can't believe we lost. Winnipeg is down 3-1 against LA. New York's going to the Stanley Cup Finals. Wow. LA and New York. LA takes a 1-0 lead. Yeah, I think the simulation engine will kick in here. And it's going to sim or save because it's the end of the month, but man, a little bit heartbroken over the series loss to New York. We were up 3-1. New York reels off 3 straight wins to clinch the series and move on. And in the final, I mean, even strength, man. And I gave the nod to New York in offense, and I said, what did I say before the series? I said our first line has really carried us. We have better defense, which we showed, but I gave the nod to them in offense. And late in the series, I mean, granted, it was a lot of 1 goal games. Those 3 games, I think 2 were 1 goal. I think no, it was 2-1. Actually, let's check. Oh, we have a contract extension coming up. We have an offer with Philadelphia. Um, actually, but let's go back and check because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they were all 1 goal games. I mean, they were grind them out games. And oh my gosh, this series is gonna hurt my soul. After we win, like we come back so strong after going down. We lose 3-2. We reel off three straight wins by 2 goals or more, the margin of victory. And then we lose 3 straight 1 goal games. I mean, that's so tough. That's so tough. Man, that hurts. And that to me creates a burning rivalry. Or this was such a series, that last game. Man, this would have been such a good series to see like in real life live, but it hurts my soul anyways. So we have a contract extension with Philadelphia. They want to keep me around. Uh I'll sign for 3 seasons and see what happens after that. So we will stay around. I say I couldn't be happier for the faith that has been placed in my abilities to lead this franchise. Excited, and I'm planning on bringing this team a great deal of success. Well, I mean, we've had that. It sucks that we can't win back-to-back Stanley Cups, but we can get them. We can get them back. We can get them back. And New York, will they beat LA 3-3? Oh my! If New York wins, I'm gonna be heartbroken. Oh, and they do. Wow, they do. They reel it off. New York is your Stanley Cup. They come back down 3-2, get 2 consecutive games, 2 consecutive victories, and they are your Stanley Cup champions. Can we even see the series? We have to be able to see the series. Let's go to select team New York. Look at their schedule. We can see. Yeah, here we go. So New York, they lost the first game, won the second, lost the third. Yeah, so they won. Wow. So they won. They lost 4-1. This team has the ability to respond so well. And then in game 7, let's see how it broke down. Let's see just what happened. Nick Leddy got the scoring start for them. Josh all playoffs long, and John Tavares. Stamkos tied it for the LA Kings. 20 seconds in, Ryan Johansson chipped LA back, and then oh my. Here's where it gets interesting. LA gets 2 goals to take the lead. Yeah, to take the lead. Yeah, I can't even do math right now, but they were up 2, then they reel off. Yeah, to take the lead by 1, and then New York just rips off 3 goals, and they get the empty net. What savages with 1 second left to really just add salt to the wound. So they win 5-3. Really, it was 4-3. Their power play came in 2 for 3. So A tough series for LA, man. LA and us, we're going to be they're going to be some teams that are fuming at the Islanders for what they've done. A heck of a playoff series run for them. They are your Stanley Cup champions. Um, I don't know with June 22nd. We're right at the draft. I want to see if there are if awards have been handed out yet, and I can show you guys the full season wrap up. I just don't know if events. No. Um, I know they're handed out. I just don't know how to access. So here we go. Let's get some. Here's some interesting stuff. Um, Vladimir Tarasenko won the goal scorer award. He was the league's most prolific scorer. Carlson wins Defenseman of the Year. What can I also show you guys? Crosby is the MVP. And here it is. Islanders skate to Stanley Cup win. Stop Kings 5-3. And here's the little note. John Tavares and the guys, they had a heck of a season. And man, when they come from behind twice in series to win, I mean, they really did prove it. Goalie of the year goes to the Hamburger. There you go. And Lundqvist won the NHL save percentage award. And Crosby had the most points this year. MVP is to Drew Doughty. So, interesting season. Kreider will not re-sign with New York. That's something interesting to look out for us. Virtanen sticks with Vancouver. Price re-signed with Montreal. Ron Hextall captures GM of the year for Buffalo. Zibanejad won best defensive forward of the year. So I'm just gonna take. I'm not going to. I don't know how I'm going to do this for the off season, because last season I tried to do the off season, and it just took so long for me to do everything. And so here's who we have to re-sign. Not a lot of big names. The only real major name is Nicholas. I want to bring back Zucker, Morin, and Travis. I want to bring back, but outside of that, we have let's take a look at our finances. We have some cap for $4 million. I mean, we're pretty much locked up. I will say, honestly, after that series, I don't know what to do with. I just don't know what to do in the playoffs. I just look at. There are players that are going to leave. I can tell you right now. After what happened, Gagne is out the door. Gagne was non-existent on the third line. I don't even know if Gagne had a point in the playoffs. And you look at his game rating, it's bad. He only had 10 points. No, for the whole season, he only had 19 points. He only had 4 goals on the third line. He's being traded. He's on his way out. I'm not keeping him around. On the third line, I said I gave the nod to the Islanders, and it showed. But I'm not going to go into all this. I'm going to leave it here, guys. I need to heal my wounds. A devastating loss to the Islanders, and they were your eventual Stanley Cup champions. I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know just how you feel about this. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe it. It still hurts. We're gonna take a couple of days. I'm gonna think about some stuff, reevaluate the roster, and we'll come back for another season of Flyers hockey. You can be assured of that. Have a great day, guys. I will see you later.